Hi everyone, and welcome to a short vlog about chemical therapy. Now, chemical therapy we have had chemical therapy for quite so many years now, and the results of chemical therapy is not nice. They are quite horrifying actually, and but it is up until this day one of the very few solutions that we ever have to mental illness that we can afford or that is applied. Now, I can only speak for myself when it comes to my experience with chemical therapy, and I know that I've lived a life that makes me require chemical therapy today. And I know that I need chemical therapy today and for quite some more time actually, because it helps me balance my emotions, my turmoils, my psychosis. It helps me balance myself to live a better life. A life with more stability, and I could be more safe within myself. I trust myself to a further degree, and I can further trust others to a further degree as well. So the last 10 or 20 years we've been seeing a rather horrible change with people taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 different kinds of chemical therapy each day. Like these huge cocktails they swallow each day. And as a result of this huge intake of medication, approximately 18 people die each day in the United States alone as a result of taking too much drugs. Taking too much drugs or having those cocktails of drugs, we call it tropopharma. Like a huge cocktail of drugs, several different drugs, tropopharma. Now, I only take one type of medication. I have one antipsychotic medication that I take every 14 days, that's shot to my buttocks. So when I'm quite satisfied with my relationship to chemical therapy, even though I can have experiences when I go into more stress related every day. And I start thinking, oh my god, why am I taking these fucking drugs? I don't want to take fucking drugs, they are my bothers, and I create this emotional outburst sort of against my medication and the company and the doctor, etc., etc. And that is simply no good. So, and I realized that there are a lot of horrible stories. I mean, people are committing suicide or homicide because, and the results show that since they started taking this or that type of antidepressiva, they started killing people or themselves, or that's when the thoughts first occurred, etc. So what I would recommend is within the model of the new recovery model, if you don't know what the new recovery model or recovery thinking is within the new psychiatry, or to change psychiatry, I will leave a link to my blog where you can read about the new psychiatry, or how to change the psychiatry in total into a more recovery kind of thinking. And so within the new recovery model, we have, for instance, soteria houses. Instead of having these huge buildings with several departments and lots of rooms like storage, we will create smaller units, house units with 4, 5, 6 bedrooms where people live, learn to do housework, learn to do chores, learn to stay drug free from illegal drugs, substance abuse, etc. And one of the main focuses within the soteria house is to keep the tropopharma to a minimum. To have not 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different type of medication, but a very few, 1 or 2 typical drugs to take to your body. That is also within the recovery model thinking, and the soteria house model that I would like to promote. So what is common sense with chemical therapy? If your doctor or a physician or several of them would recommend for you to take a medication it will help you even in the circumstances of life that you are in currently, I would recommend for you to take the medication. Especially if there are several different doctors and medication professionals that would recommend for you to take the medication. If there are several of them, and they can say that they recommend for you to take this medication, I will do it. And so I would recommend to have an open dialogue with your doctor, share with your doctor what's on your mind. Establish contact and if you start taking drugs, start a contact with a community healthcare nurse that can provide you with help with your everyday challenges. And I would also recommend for you to start a course with Destiny. We have several different courses. We have some different courses that can be walked. So self-help, self-discovery, self-forgiveness, that's Destiny. So if your doctor or your psychiatrist or psychologist or physician tells you to take the drugs, I would do it as long as it's not more than 4, 5, 6, 7. If it's a lot of drugs, if you take more than 5 or 6 drugs, I would seriously recommend start talking to your doctor about reducing the amount of tropopharma. It is not healthy and it's not needed for anyone to take more than just a few different kinds of drugs at all. So, chemical therapy, it is a wide range, and it's a lot of different stories, birth testimonies, a lot of tears, a lot of turmoil, of aggression, etc., drug abuse, substance abuse. It is a huge topic, and I hope to be able to contribute to something supportive for someone out there. Because it's such a huge topic, it's a vast topic that needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be considered from all different levels and all different angles. But I would recommend for you to start a course with Destiny if you're not already working with Destiny, or just really start a course with Destiny. And start to investigate self and learn self, to know self thoroughly. That is what is the common sense in this video. Start to investigate Destiny.org, check out where you can learn something, where you can start a course, learn self-forgiveness, You will not regret learning self-forgiveness. It is a profound tool to use. Thank you very much for listening. Have a really nice day.